Howard University's Fall 2018 Job and Internship Fair allowed for students to meet with potential employers to allow them to have a job after graduation and to also make great networking connections. While some are happy that Initiative 77 was repealed, there are others like DC residents that feel that their voice was taken away in the process. According to NPR, there have been about 58% of Americans who have been following the Senate Judiciary Committee proceedings intently. While there are only 26% of Americans who believe Judge Kavanaugh, there are about 32% who believe Dr. Ford. However, out of 42% of Americans, they are unsure who is telling the truth. The Bicep Madness pep rally was definitely filled with entertainment, fun, and school unity, and definitely has the Howard University community ready for this year's homecoming events. For NewsVision, I'm Alicia Lee. For some, finding internships and jobs after college can be a stressful task. However, Howard University tries to make that experience a little easier for their students. Howard University held their annual Fall Job and Internship Fair on the yard of their main campus. Companies from all over the country came and spoke with students about career choices and things that they can do now to get ready for their future. Before the fair, many students had different ways on how they prepared for the event.
The way I prepared for this year's career fair is just by really practicing my elevator speech so that when I'm able to talk to other businesses and companies, I'm able to give them a pitch on what I'm really about.
There were about 185 companies at the fair, including Amazon, Microsoft, and Fox News. While at the career fair, students went from table to table to talk to different companies in hope of networking, making connections, and receiving offers. Poly One, which is a global company that specializes in manufacturing plastic, was able to give their advice to students about what they expect at the fair.
Show some energy. I would say to them, be professional, but that's the typical Howard student, so there's nothing new there.
A student also gave advice to what she thinks her peers should do when coming to the event.
Just to look at the companies beforehand and actually understand them a little bit.
Howard University's Fall 2018 Job and Internship Fair allowed for students to meet with potential employers to allow them to have a job after graduation and to also make great networking connections. For NewsVision, I am Alicia Lee. Protests on Capitol Hill have been a consistent scene since Brett Kavanaugh has been nominated to be Associate Justice of the Supreme Court by President Donald Trump. After 3 sexual assault allegations have risen, there has been an uproar from Americans about the credibility of the nominee.
I have never done this to her or to anyone.
Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, who is one of the women who came forward, testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee that Judge Kavanaugh is the one who sexually assaulted her when they were teenagers.
With what degree of certainty do you believe Brett Kavanaugh assaulted you?
100%.
President Trump does not believe the allegations and has tweeted that Kavanaugh is a fine man who is under assault by radical left-wing politicians. However, these allegations has much of the country divided, with some arguing that they do not want someone with these type of allegations as a Supreme Court justice.
How we give men a pass and how we don't believe women and how that grinds at our ability to live.
According to NPR, there have been about 58% of Americans who have been following the Senate Judiciary Committee proceedings intently. While there are only 26% of Americans who believe Judge Kavanaugh, there are about 32% who believe Dr. Ford. However, out of 42% of Americans, they are unsure who is telling the truth. After the proceedings, there was an 11-10 vote allowing Kavanaugh's nomination to move to the full Senate. Due to this, Judge Kavanaugh's conservative views has caused many people to be concerned about his support for decisions like Roe v. Wade.
The concern is that he would not. And undoing the right to legal and safe abortion in the United States would do a lot to roll us back.
Despite the vote, there have been senators from different political parties who have requested for a week-long delay in an FBI investigation, having the American people wonder what new information will unfold. For NewsVision, I'm Alicia Lee. Howard
University held their annual Bison Madness Pep Rally, where students and alumni joined together to kick off the homecoming week. With appearances from the Howard University Showtime Marching Band, cheerleaders, Bisonettes, the football team, the girls and boys basketball team, and others, got the students excited for what the event had to offer. The event was hosted by Angie Ange, who is the morning show host at WKYS 93.9 and is also a Howard alum. The event had many different aspects, including a three-point contest, a dunk contest, and even trap karaoke. In between each aspect, students enjoyed the DJ and danced to some of their favorite songs, including the infamous HBCU anthem, Swag Surf. While for some, this was their first pep rally.
I thought it was fun. Good first Howard pep rally. I really enjoyed it.
For others, the pep rally is something that they've always enjoyed.
I think it definitely set the tone for homecoming this whole week. The energy was amazing, and I had a good time.
The Bison Madness Pep Rally was definitely filled with entertainment, fun, and school unity, and definitely has the Howard University community ready for this year's homecoming events. For